Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a very exciting video in my opinion. I had a lot of fun today. If you don't know and you're clicking on this video, you saw Avengers Doomsday, and we're going to talk about all the casting that they announced today and what that means for LEGO, because there's some people here and characters that we've never gotten minifigures before, and I'm excited about the potential for that. There's some returning characters that's just so exciting. So what happened today? I don't know if it was smart. I don't know. It kept me engaged, but for 5 hours, over 5 hours, 5.5 almost, they were revealing the cast for Avengers Doomsday, which has just started production as of today. What they did was they started off with unfolding like this sort of studio actor chairs with the names of the actors on the back, but also I guess the front, as you can see from this image here. And they just went one at a time, and they would bring them out every 10-ish minutes, and this went on for 5.5 hours again, like I said, and I was glued to my phone. I'm not gonna lie. They had the music playing, the different themes for characters. I loved it. I genuinely was, again, it's stupid chairs, but I was excited. You know, it wasn't as exciting at the start, but then as things start to go and ramp up, I was all in. I really was. And I know that a lot of people made fun of stuff, but the minute that a character was cast that you care about, you didn't at all think, oh, this is stupid anymore. Like, for instance, when I guess we'll just jump to what I'm most excited for, and we can break it up into chapters. But we have X-Men characters returning here, actors returning, which is crazy to me. Spoilers for the Marvels if you never watched it, but in the post-credit scene, Kelsey Grammer returned to the role of Beast, and he was CGI. He was huge, looking more like obviously the comics, but also the X-Men 97 show. And then I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen here for the rest of these X-Men characters that we're going to talk about, is they're going to have really comic accurate and show accurate outfits, which excites me. Also, I'm just going to be showing Lego minifigures of everyone, by the way. So right now we've got Beast here from the Marvel Series 2. So the first one after Kelsey Grammer, after they did a bunch of other MCU casting, they then said Patrick Stewart, followed by Ian McKellen. So I'm going to be honest with you. I was in the middle of a meeting. I had my phone on my lap. Every 10 minutes I would look down and see if, the latest casting and everything. But when that happened, I had to really control myself. Started to get a little misty-eyed. The idea of these two returning here for the first time on screen since 2014, Days of Future Past. Like, that's so exciting to me. Like, to get minifigures for these two would just be a dream come true. And there's obviously rumors of, like, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 train set. I would really love X-Men movie sets, and I think that would just be incredible if they went back and just did like a Statue of Liberty stuff. I don't know. Like, I'm really hoping to see Ian McKellen in the classic purple and red outfits. But after that, we had Alan Cumming, who played Nightcrawler once in X2. We've never gotten a Nightcrawler minifigure, so that would be a first, followed by Rebecca Romijn, who played Mystique. And again, I think just given her age and everything, I feel like if we're doing comic accurate and all those outfits, I feel like that would just be a perfect way to give us like a classic looking one with the white outfit, and everything would just be incredible. If I've gotten a Mystique minifigure, you could pretend duplicate figures are Mystique. But also James Marsden's returning for the role of Cyclops. Channing Tatum returning from Deadpool and Wolverine as Gambit. I guess technically none of these characters are necessarily playing those specific roles, but obviously they group them all together. They have to be. So I would love just whatever we're going to get with the X-Men. It would be interesting if we got like a playset version of the X-Mansion or something with all of these outfits and different things. That would just be insane to see, like, that be the big set of Avengers Doomsday. That would be really cool. I know that there's a lot of speculation. I guess we'll talk about the man himself. We probably should. Doctor Doom. There's just zero chance that we don't get a Doctor Doom minifigure next year. Like, there's just zero way. Like, it's crazy to be saying this. Like, after all these years, since 2013 was the last time we had a Doctor Doom minifigure, our one and only one. And regardless of how you feel about Robert Downey Jr.'s casting, like, we're still going to get a Doctor Doom minifigure with the mask and everything, presumably. So that's so exciting. The next group we'll talk about is the Fantastic Four. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors surrounding the fact that we are going to be getting a Fantastic Four First Steps set later this year. So any minifigures and different things from that, I'm sure, will be pulled into this, especially for the faces and different things for characters. If they do something specific for Pedro Pascal, it'll all just carry over into any sets and appearances. I feel like there's a really high chance that specifically because those figures are going to be in production, that they'll just make their way over to these Avengers sets. And then we'll talk about the MCU stuff, specifically Thunderbolts. This is what actually surprised me the most, I think. Firstly, we got Wyatt Russell, U.S. Agent. That's really surprising. And then we also got Florence Pugh, of course, as Yelena. David Harbour as Red Guardian. Hannah John Kamen, Ghost. Sebastian Stan as well, of course, returning as the Winter Soldier. And then I skipped this because I wanted to talk about it last, but Lewis Pullman as Sentry. That's fascinating to me. Just the amount of characters here from Thunderbolts, I really thought that some of them maybe wouldn't survive and make it into the next anything. So the fact that this might be how we get minifigures of these characters, I think is very exciting. Maybe we could get an Avengers Tower set or Dark Avengers as it's being rumored. And I guess we just talked about Bucky, so we'll talk about Anthony Mackie as well as Danny Ramirez returning as Captain America and Falcon. Some Thor characters, we have Chris Hemsworth returning as well as Tom Hiddleston. And if we're going to get that Loki outfit, oh my goodness, from specifically, I'm thinking from, like, we've seen what it looks like from Lego Fortnite. That would be really cool. The God of Stories would be really, really great to get. For Black Panther, we have Letitia Wright returning as Black Panther, Shuri, Tenoch Huerta Mahea, not sure if I said that correctly, but returning as Namor, Winston Duke returning as M'Baku, Simu Liu returning as Shang-Chi. Very exciting, like first time since that phenomenal movie, one of the highlights of post-Endgame stuff in my opinion. And very lastly, the tiniest Avenger, Paul Rudd, who had a tiny little seat as well. And this is definitely not everyone. I mean, there's some leaked concept art, whether it's for Doomsday or Secret Wars, we don't really know. But a lot of the people in that artwork, they aren't here. I also just think that there's absolutely a 0% chance that you bring back all those X-Men people and you don't bring back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine here. It's just not possible. Again, no Young Avengers. There's so many people. Spider-Man missing, Doctor Strange missing. I know those are the two main ones that a lot of people are upset about. No Guardians here mentioned at all. So there really is just so many people here that are missing. When it comes to Lego sets, I don't want to get my hopes up. I want to. I'm excited, but I don't. Like, it depends on how much Marvel is willing to give and share with Lego when it comes to products, because we saw, obviously, with Endgame, I feel like a broken record. We've done a ton of videos talking about this. I'll link one here on screen if you want, but those sets were just Lego coming up with whatever. You know, they had the Quantum Realm suits, that's it, and the compound. Those sets were rough, and I really hope that's not the case here. Obviously, there's a lot of different things. A castle for Doom is on a lot of people's minds for sure, but we don't really know anything about this. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments. Who are you most excited for? For me, it's those X-Men characters and the potential of getting sets. Like, that's insane to me. But be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future Lego Marvel set news and reviews for any potential sets here for this movie. I cannot wait. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.